So, as you can see, Kristina's not home yet. So what I'm doing is, as you can probably already seen, I am preparing steak. I'm putting a lot of effort into it. She took care of me, like, basically all of last week while I was sick. And so now I'm returning the favor, and I'm going through and I'm making my specialty steak. So, for those of you that don't know, basically what we do is we get top sirloin from Sam's Club. So we get like a 6-pack. I tenderize it. I throw it on a plate and I dab both sides of it to get all of the juice off of it, all the blood, all the extra stuff. And I add a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of ground pepper, and some black pepper, and I tenderize it into the meat, and then I flip it over, and then I do the same thing on the other side, and then I mince some garlic fresh. I do, for both steaks, I typically do about 5 to 6 like little half cloves or quarter cloves or whatever. I can show you how much it is. I think a clove of garlic has a bunch of pieces in it. I don't freaking know. Listen, I'm not a chef. So typically there's about a third cupful worth of minced garlic after everything's all said and done. Throw it in the pan with a little bit of butter, and I put it on medium-high heat. Now, once that I see that it's starting to like sizzle and all of the butter's melted, I throw both steaks in there. And I set the timer for 3 minutes. Once 3 minutes is up, I flip it over, and then I sear the other side for 2 minutes. If the first side was not seared enough because it just kind of started out a little bit, I'll flip it back over and I'll do like 30 or 45 seconds just to top that off. Throw it in the air fryer, and I believe it's at 400, and it's typically about anywhere between 12 to 15 minutes. Our air fryer, we have a Tasty. You can see it right over here. We have a little probe that you put into it, and it actually does it perfectly up to temp. We typically like ours around medium rare to medium-ish. So the internal temperature gets to somewhere around 140 is when we call it quits. So that is what I'm doing for Kristina. I'm getting all of that set up and ready for her to go. And yeah, so here we are. And I'll see you guys when she gets in. Hey, I'm getting ready to get Fritz, and I'm going to run him over. He hasn't had his nails done in a while, so they're getting a little long and starting to scratch us up some. So I'm going to get him, and we're going to take him over to PetSmart over here around the corner, and yeah, get his nails done, clean up his feet a little bit, and we're not going to do a haircut just because it's starting to get a little cold outside, so we want him to feel good. So yeah, I'm going to go take him right now, and I'll see you guys soon. Alright, so I am at PetSmart. Let me see if I can turn this around. And I got Fritzy here. Dude, he looks so sad. I think he knows that he's not doing anything fun, so I'm gonna go run in and drop him off, and I think now most stuff should be open. I have to go pick up some more steaks and maybe some more meat. I might do it later. I'm kind of down a rabbit hole right now with a bunch of different like AI generated things. I found out that there is a site where you can like post a YouTube video. So I took one of our videos and I posted it into this AI generator, and it creates a podcast of like 2 different AI bots that sound very realistic, mind you. It creates 2 different AI chatbots that talk in podcast format about the video and the content in the video. So if I grab this, I will post this little portion of it and share it with you guys. So we'll see how all that goes. But it's wild. AI is getting out of hand. In a lot of ways, it's really, really cool. And also in a lot of ways, it's really scary. So, but yeah, I'll post that at the end of this video. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Hey, so just recently I went back and I grabbed Fritz. And so now he's home with me. Look, I got a flip. So he got it clean and he got all of his nails done. So he's so glad to be back home. It is about 3, nope, it's 4. Kristina was supposed to be off a little bit ago, but I have the steaks and everything ready. So on her way home, she's going to shoot me a message, so that way I can start cooking everything. That way we waste no time. Outside of that, it's been a pretty productive day. I've just been playing around with some AI stuff, which, by the way, has gotten crazy. I think I mentioned that a little bit earlier. So there are some pretty useful tools and stuff like that, but I think we should all be a little bit terrified of how far AI is coming and everything like that. So I'm going to finish wrapping up these steaks and get everything fully prepared, so that way when she's on her way home, she can shoot me a message and I can start prepping the steaks. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? This will be another, I guess, 2-dayer. We're kind of slacking, and it's, you know, went from every day to every other day, and sometimes more than that. If I'm sick, it just depends. So we've had an interesting past few days, though. So we had Thanksgiving over the weekend with Kristina's mom and her family, and loved seeing all of them, and everybody's doing really well. A lot of great things going on in the family.
Had some good carnivore options, because my mom made sure to bring some pork rinds to get some of the Chomps beef sticks and
some clean cheese.
Some really clean cheese. And then we did eat the ham, which was just a normal ham. So I'm sure there was some ingredients in there that we wouldn't normally eat. But the turkey was just turkey with butter, not anything crazy. So we had some good options.
We did have good options. I don't think it's necessarily like directly correlated, but I think both of us had like gained 2 pounds. Like, I think in general, you know, we, just because we happen to like weigh ourselves every day, it's just something that we happen to notice over the last like 5 days, is that both of us, I think, have gained like 2 or 3 pounds.
Yeah, we just see our fluctuations more than other people. If we went 2 weeks without checking like some people do, then it would just seem like we're losing. So we're just watching every single day.
Yeah.
But it was just this morning. So before this morning, I was the lowest that I've been. I was like 132.2. And then this morning I was 134.6. So, I mean, it could just be a 1 day like fluctuation. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think mine jumped up to 196 or something. And I was right around like 193-ish. But yeah, you know, it could have correlation, it might not. I do know, so like from what we know, your body is going to go towards like sugars and then carbs, and then it'll like, fat will be the kind of like the last resort as far as what it uses for energy and stuff like that. So my mindset is, if we did have a lot of ingredients and we're not like being hyperactive, like as far as like going to the gym every day or walking 2 or 3 miles, and we have a predominantly like sedentary lifestyle, you know, it's essentially got to burn through all of that as energy while it's still in our bodies before it gets to the fat that we're consuming. So that's just an opinion, I guess.
Yeah, but I think it's important to note that the reason we would have had things in our system other than fat is because of the dessert that I made.
Yeah.
So it, while it was like a low carb version of a dessert, I think I still calculated that one serving was probably like 25 grams of carbs with the whipped cream we put in, we didn't get the light whipped cream. We just got the normal whipped cream because it's very easy to look at the ingredients and it says like 3 grams per serving, but the serving is like a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons. And so the entire tub of whipped cream has like 75 grams of carbs in it. And so once you mix all of that in and divide it up, it was about 25 grams of carbs as the servings that we had, or for the serving that we had. And then if there were like, 5, 6, 7 random grams of carbs in like the other meat and stuff that we were eating, then, that's way more than we usually ever eat in a day. We usually eat like 5 grams at the most.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, and if that. Outside of that, though, one of the interesting things, so one of the YouTubers that we follow, they posted a video the other day, and it was kind of just like a sort of like a recap, or also somewhat conspiracy-ish as far as like where AI is. And honestly, like if you're not keeping up with it, it's in a really scary place right now.
Bro, yeah, there's just so much more than you would even know. Like people usually just like play around with AI because it's like fun and funny to like see what it comes up with.
Yeah.
Which is cool, we all do that, but like you don't know how far like you can actually, create things or take things, and like things can be made with AI and like be completely fake and like have never happened, or
Yeah, I mean they took they have generators where you can take a 5-minute clip of somebody and completely just reword it, and it'll generate mouth movements and face movements to make it look like you are the person that's saying it. And what's crazy is I know that like a lot of the stuff, like from like what I've seen, like a lot of the stuff is like from a year ago and it kind of outdated, and it's Snoop Dogg saying this and doing whatever, but like
choppy looking.
It's gotten to the point where it's almost undistinguishable.
Yeah, the videos I would say are still, or like the ones that we've seen are still, you can tell a little bit, but the voice, like at least just plain like the voice generators, like
yeah,
you can take clips of people's voices and just type whatever you want them to say, and it'll say it as if it's that person, and it sounds crazy.
They have they have one that I just happened to play with because they talked about it in the video that we watched, and you're literally able to take a YouTube clip and post the link in there, and it will give you a 10-minute sounding podcast of 2 AI generated voices talking about the content of the video. And so, for example, I actually played around with and I posted one of our videos in this, and just for like a quick context, again, this is both 2 AI voices that are generated, but just for context, I'm going to play a short little, probably 10 or 15 second sample of one of our videos as being recapped on a podcast. So Let me see the microphone. So this is one of the podcasts of our down 20 plus pounds. So this is what it sounds like.
All right, ready for this? We're going to dive into the carnivore diet today. We found this YouTube vlog. This couple's documenting their whole experience. The good, the bad, the meat sweats.
Yeah. It's always interesting to see how people handle such a restrictive diet. There's so much to think about.
Totally. And that's why we wanted to take a closer look. When you shared it, you mentioned being curious about their weight loss, how they deal with cravings, and what their long-term plans are. So let's jump right in. They're seeing some pretty wild results already. The husband's lost like 30 pounds in 56 days.
Wow.
He says he feels great. His wife's losing weight too.
Yeah. It's pretty...
So yeah, that was a quick little 40-second snippet, but it's like they're creating like banter, like it's weird.
Yeah, like making like reaction noises and
like the context, like he's making it seem like, oh, you share this video and it's this couple, and like they're literally taking information, just knowing whatever information they got out of a 10 or 15 minute video of ours.
Yeah.
Like they're completely creating context, and like the husband lost 30 pounds in 56 days, and like, even if it's not something that we're like stating verbatim or.
I don't even think I ever said you were my husband. But
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
you know,
We don't mention that every episode. Like, hey, we're husband and wife. Like,
right.
You know, I literally just posted the link, and they just created all of their own context, and
That's insane.
the fact that they created a scenario where like she shared it to him, and just it's weird.
And how long did it take? Like when you generated that, how long did it actually take? Just like a couple minutes? Or?
Yeah. So for this, like start to finish with this video, I want to say it was probably within like 6 minutes. I just copied the link in there, posted it, and I mean, I can take a screenshot of this, which I will right now. It creates a video summary. It's got like suggested like questions that we can ask the AI, and it'll answer it. And I've got like a responsive like what that looks like too. And it's weird. Yeah,
it's really cool, but could be.
It's super cool,
it's
but
too smart for the world, and
it's too smart for me.
It's definitely us, but yeah, it's just weird the things that could exist, and you think they exist and they don't exist, and it's just yeah, it's weird. But
oh, one of the things that we forgot to do over the weekend is our measurements.
Yeah.
So we need to do that tomorrow.
We're a little tired.
Yeah, we're definitely not doing it today.
We're getting lazy.
But yeah, we'll throw it in our next video for sure. Just because I'm really interested to see where we're at. And,
yeah.
So yeah.
We're definitely down a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
I like it.
But yeah, also outside of that, you'll see it earlier in the video because I recorded some of it. Fritzy went and got his nails done and a bath, and he's feeling so happy to be back. He
trimmed up.
I told Kristina, I described it as he looked like the room was negative 30 degrees, and like he was like shaved down to his skin. Like he was like shivering. It not like seizure-ish, like it wasn't like as heavy as like a seizure, but like he definitely was.
You can feel him trembling in your arms.
Oh my gosh, so much.
I've taken him every other time, and it's so heartbreaking because like they're like, it's okay, just go. Like, but
I was like, all right, bye.
I know. I know you would.
Like, great, thanks. I'll see him soon.
That makes me so sad.
I just want to be his hero when I come back, so I know that I wouldn't be the hero he needs me to be when he sees me again. He'd be like, you're that little wimp that left me, and now you're back, and thank you. But
that's why I'm his primary.
You are his primary.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we are going to wrap everything up. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we will catch you guys next time.
Bye.